there are many things that you do very, very well. You have good ears for sound. I think you also have very nice musical instincts, and you have good hands for the violin. So I think you're many things that are going for you. By the way, if I speak too fast, you tell me.
Oh yeah.
If you don't understand, you tell me.
You're completely okay.
Okay,
I can understand.
Yeah, okay, great. But sometimes, if I speak too fast, and then just let me know. And also, if I say something you don't understand, just please tell me.
Yeah,
just
sure.
let me know. Yeah. So so I think your many things really going for you. The first thing isn't just like seeing you through once. I'm just going to tell you through a lot of little things, and then you can like think about the piece and maybe just to help with the violin. So the first thing that comes to mind is like, I don't think you're stiff, and I think it's great that you don't release tension. And I am noticing it a little bit in your sound, and also the fact that because you play so well, you don't quite control your contact point. Do you know what I mean by contact point?
Yes.
It's just like your vocals a little bit like this. And I was sort of looking at you because I think your setup is good, but I don't think you always allow your arms and wrists to do what's natural. So that is sort of preventing, you just to be able to draw a straight bow. And then there's just a little bit of things are not as clear. And then because you've good ears for sound, I think you start pushing. So then there's not enough resonance. So I don't think we should think about playing louder, but clearer and more resonance. And that will make you sound louder, right?
Yeah.
That's the first thing. Then the other thing that I want to work on a little bit is that intonation is two things. It's listening, the most important, and I think you have good ears, but it's also muscle memory. And I feel like when I'm looking at your hands, they don't always look sort of the same. Like, you need to somehow learn the fingerboard. I'm going to show you a couple of exercises in a way that like my nose is always here, my right ear is always here, my second finger, fifth position, is always here. I don't know any other way of playing it. Or my third finger, second position, G string. I don't know any other way of playing it. Does it make sense? So I want to show you a little bit of kind of simple exercises that will just like help.
I'm sorry, did you need air conditioner?
What?
And your ear conditioning?
Here. Is it loud or is it?
Do you want? I don't know.
We can try, but if it's too loud, then we will suffer together.
Yeah. We can try. Okay.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Okay.
So it's kind of like keeping the hands.
Just like it's the same. So it's like every time you go to fifth position, it looks a feel, and you just like understand. So it's always consistent. So like here, if I play here, then I'm sixth position. So it's the same. Okay. But first, I want to talk about your ball a little bit. Okay, so the first thing that I want you to do, and actually since we have people watching, why don't I'm just going to move over here so we can we can show everybody. So the first thing that I want you to do is just put your bow in the middle, and I want you just to like sit on the string, and I don't want you to be holding onto the bow. I just want you to rest on the string, and I want it literally to feel the same as how you're standing. Like you just stand. You don't try to stand. Just gravity keeps you right. So if I take your violin away, your bow falls. But right now it's just resting, right? So I want you just to sit like this, right? Make sense? Yeah. And if you're doing this correctly, this should feel like nothing. So is it comfortable?
Yeah.
Okay. So try here. Take all the fingers off except second finger and thumb. Keep the second finger on. Yeah. And just like nice and easy. Comfortable?
Yeah.
Don't hold on to anything. Good. Now just let's move the bow just like here.
With these two fingers?
Yeah, just sit there and like a nice easy. You can put them back on, but just like No, don't do anything. I just want you to rest. So and don't hold on to anything. Just take your head off, everything comfortable. And are you resting? Can you wave? There you go. Now go all the way to the frog. Here you need your little finger. No, just here. Just sit at the frog. Put all the fingers on. Yeah, and just like rest there. Take your head off. My frog feels really light because I'm resting a little bit. I'm going to take my thumb off. So it's a little bit of trust, just trusting that you're just sitting there. Does it make sense?
Yes.
Good. So then, just go here and just sit on the string. Just nice and easy, right? Don't hold on to anything. Take all the fingers off first. Yeah. Comfortable, right? Yeah. Now put your bow at the tip. Now here, look. You really good arms for the violin. Look, you're all the way at the tip, and you don't have to do anything like that. Just sitting there, right? So what I think you should do is just many times a day, just put your bow on the string. And then just and tell your body this is how it should feel. You should never be holding. It's just always resting. And you need to trust. So just like I trust that I stand. I never think I'm going to go flying. So you just have to trust. Gravity, right? And then your bow will never shake. It's just like right here, okay? So that's the first thing. Now put your bow in the middle. Now just turn out. Now literally just feel like you're sitting. Now I'm gonna pull here, and I just want, don't think you're holding onto the bow, just follow the bow. So I'm just gonna do this. Don't do anything, just follow the bow. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So you're just like letting the fingers follow. That's right. And then here, just sit there and just resting on the string, right?
Yeah.
Good. Now I'm gonna borrow your bow for a second. Now just do this for a second. Now just extend it. Now don't even think you're playing the violin, just like make it straight.
Like
And
this.
go back. Go straight. Now do it really fast. Now do it really fast. Okay, here, I'll do everything. Don't do anything. That's it. Do you see your fingers and wrist?
Yeah.
Are you making them move or do they just move?
They just look kind of
Exactly.
hanging.
Now do the same thing and keep your wrist and fingers still. Do you feel your upper arm now?
Yeah.
It's tighter, right? And this is how you bow very often. So this, I think, is sort of the perfect bow arm.
Yeah.
So look at my arm. So if I can do this, I can use a lot of bow. I can play fast, I can play slow, right? So look at my arm. When I take my bow, see how nothing changes, except I'm holding a bow. Makes sense? So nothing's different. So I'm doing this, and then here. So this is that perfect dentistry stroke that we're all trying to learn. So if I can do this, I can play with a lot more. Just extend my arm. I can play fast on the string. Off. Looks and feels the same. So there are four things that I think are going to help you release tension and also just make it more natural. So you're always resting. So put your bow on the string. You're always resting. Just sit there, comfortable, always resting. Then no matter how fast or slow you play, everything starts from here. Everything starts from here. So there's nothing here, right? And then something has to keep you connected to the string. So I call my second finger and thumb, I call them my heels. So just like when you're standing, you don't dig your heels in, but they're connected. And make sure you don't slip, right?
Yeah.
They're just here. So my second finger and thumb are connected to the string. And it's really important because if I connect with my first finger, I press. But if I connect with my second finger, I can't press. And then this one and these guys, they speak together. So my mantra is like rest, move, heels, and speak. So look, so if I'm playing, so if I'm
Wait,
playing,
again.
yeah, so rest, move, heels, speak. Yeah. So then, so if I'm playing something like, look at my upper arm, if you can just like, if I'm playing something big, look at my upper arm. If I'm doing something like, you know, this is no different than if I'm doing. So here I'm just
Actually move the same.
Yeah. No different than. So the only thing you should think about is how much bow, how little bow, how fast, how slow, in other words, how you shape. But I feel like when I'm talking about a bow technique, I almost think it's not a technique. It's just like, this is how a healthy arm moves. So if you've never seen a violin in your life before, you can do this. A 1-year-old can do this, not a 9-month-old, but a 1-year-old can do this, right? So this is the perfect form. Now I want to show you something else. And this is why it's so important, because it's all about resonance. Because, look, also, why this is important. If I draw a bow, and I don't allow, and the key word is allow, not make. If I don't allow my wrist to move, do what's natural, here I start scratching. You never do that. But your solution is this. Then it's not, I don't have clarity. But then you're good here, so you start like pressing a little bit, right? So you want to be able to sit on the string and be close to the bridge, right?
Yes.
So now I'll show you why this is so helpful, because if I really trust that I'm resting, I can have a lot of power here. Like I can really dig in, you know. But I have soft fingers. And when I have soft fingers, my bow stick resonates. So look at this, I'm gonna hold my screw here. I'll just do this, tap my bow. See, it's like a trampoline, right?
Yeah.
Now if I grab it, it's dead.
Yes.
So the bow is designed to resonate. You understand resonate?
Yes.
Yeah, like, you know, have volume, and to jump. So if I'm holding too hard, I can't do it. I can't. But that's what it has to be from here, okay? So I'm going to show you a couple of very kind of simple sound exercises. And then I want to show you some left hand basic exercises, and we'll work on the Mendelssohn, because this will all help you Because for instance, when you played just even the first crescendo, I heard this, like it was this too much, right? I need to be towards the bridge. But here, if I'm resting on the string, I can speak it. You have to speak it, but
Speak
there's
it with
resonance.
your
Yes,
with this
or
thing.
just like I feel like this one and this one speak together. And then I'm not scared of the E string because I have soft fingers, so I can. I'm not scared of the E string. I'm not going to make a bad sound because my fingers are soft, and this is super important. So I want to show you a couple of very simple sound exercises. So first of all, so remember, you're going to, like many times a day, put your bow on the string. So, and you're just going to like rest different parts of the bow, right? Comfortable. And just always say comfortable. Yeah. That's it. You're not holding on to anything. You're literally resting. So if I
With the weight of.
yeah, just like here, just like how. So it should feel just like if I'm, just resting.
Just resting.
Right?
Yeah, okay.
No gravity, right? So if I take your mallet away, then your bow falls, right? So you're not holding on to anything. You're literally just resting here.
Oh, so I should.
Just resting here on that. So you're just resting here, right?
Right.
That's why I was saying, like, to take all your like fingers off. You're just like sitting there. I'm not holding on to anything. It's just resting. So if I take my bow, it just goes with that, right? So I'm never holding on to the bow. So it's a little bit of trust. So many times a day, just do this. Like rest, rest, rest. That's it, right? Okay. Now there's a very simple exercise I want you to do many times a day, just like for 20 seconds. So put your third finger on the A string. That's it. Now turn it up a little bit so I can see you. I want you to start with little bow because it's easier to control. I want you to think about, it's essentially a martelé stroke, but I think of it more about just like a sound like release. So sit, now move from here, think powerful arm. Remember, rest, move, heel, speak. You're going to use little bow so you can control the bow. So I'm just going to do, and what I want you to focus on is a beautiful start and a beautiful end. Now it's important, even though we're talking about the bow, that we're using this, because if this releases, this releases. If this releases, this releases. So I think about like, I call it martelé in my left hand. So feel like as soon as you strike, every ounce of your body releases. So sit, move just from here, little bow. Now watch your bow and make sure there's none of this. Just here, little bow, and use your ears to help your technique. So you're gonna have, it starts with good sound and ends with good sound. That's it. Now between, just say like, rest.
Oh.
Rest. Vibe a little bit. Rest. That's it. See how we just feel it here? That's it. Rest. 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 Good. How does that feel? Now, give me 4 notes. And at the end of every note, no tension and resonance. Use your ears. So if I hear, I'm squeezing. Look, I'm right at the bridge. And it's all from here. It's actually not from here. Rest on the string, yeah. That's it. And feel a little bit more connected. Remember, as long as you soft fingers, it will resonate, yeah? Oh, thank you. That's good.
Yeah.
Make sure you keep it connected here. That's right. How does that feel? That's it. Now look, your fingers are now soft.
Yeah.
Now do the same thing, middle to the front. Rest. Powerful arms, soft fingers. Sit on the tree. There you go. That's the idea. Then I would do the same thing, and just like because I want to do a little bit of Mendelssohn, then I want to also you to think about do this with your scales. So I like to start actually. This is how I do it. I start in the frog, and I just do 4 notes per bow, all over to the frog, not past the middle. So I just do this. Rest. And I like to start how to be grounded.
Grounded.
Try that. Just like do an A major scale, just like stop. That's it. And I want your mantra to be powerful arm. Spread there's so much stuff here. Powerful arm, soft fingers. So it's powerful arm. Try that. Bum 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 bum.
Now I still feel impressive.
Yeah, no, you speak it. So
Oh,
just like, so yeah, so this one and this one. So as soon as you put this down, you do this.
Right.
Yeah, so it's here. This is just connected. And the motion is from here. Show me that. All the way to the frog. All the way to the frog. And then continue. So that's already got a resonance. Then go all the way up. Don't pass the middle, but all the way to the frog. That's it. Now you have to be patient when you do it. It's okay to wait in between. Right. Okay? Now you do the same exercise, but middle to tip. Resonant. Show me that. But sit, no shoulder. Move from here. Sit on the string. Sit on the string. Always start by sitting. Are you resting?
Yeah.
That's it. Can you take all the fingers off? That's it. Okay, now you move it. So you're never holding onto the bowl. Now, powerful arm. Bang, 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 bang. There you go. Bum, bum, bum. That's better. How does that feel?
Whoa, it feels.
Always releasing, right?
Yeah.
And then later you can do 8 notes. And then the final thing is like then you just do one bowl, one note, but like powerful arms, soft fingers, middle to tip. Show me that. And focus on like you can wait in between. Make sure that play the first finger. Release. Rest. Vibrate. See how much power that is?
Yeah.
And
So
then, yeah.
I'm feeling I'm playing like really loud, like with my fingers.
Yes,
soft. Soft.
Yeah, because you're resting and moving from here. So for instance, let's just practice. Let's practice just
The
here.
crescendo.
Yeah, play the G sharp. Just do this for me. Just swing your bow and feel. Yeah. And turn over here so everyone can see. So now you're resting and then you do your bow. Bang, swing your bow. That's it. Now you have to rest. You have to sit on the string. That's why we practice that. So you learn how to do it. So do this. So feel connected. You're not pressing, but you're connected. That's it. Exactly. That's it. Now, remember when you shook your arm, did your elbow go up or was it still?
Didn't
When you shook
notice.
it didn't move, right? But when you do elbows, you're doing this. So you just have to sit on the string. Make sense? You hear that sound? That's it. Now give me like 4 bowls. Then play. Nothing changes except you add notes. So 4 bowls. And play. Show me that. That's it, exactly. So this should always feel like flowing. So here, but don't come out of the string. Connect it to the string. See how I'm sitting on the string?
Yeah.
Rest, move, heel, speak. Do that for me. Right now, just feel flowy. I'm singing something. Right now, I don't want you to lift your bow. I want you to be like this. here, the opening. I want you to always think about a super flowy bow, and then you speak the rhythms. So give me this, play it like, because it should be a passionado. So sad, that's so emotional. So find the sound that you want. Remember, sit on the string, find the sound you want. That's it. Now that's how you go. Remember, always soft fingers. Now here, the one that seems to be the sniffest is your thumb. So make sure you don't do like this. So keep it always bent a little bit. Show me that. That's it. Now is that comfortable?
Yes.
Now make
Feels a
sure.
little weird. I just like hanging.
Sit on the string. Soft fingers. Now just move it. Now stop. Comfortable? Now move it back. That's it. Now just feel flowy bow. There you go. Now just rest your bow on the bridge. Don't just squeeze this here. Does it make sense? Just sit here. Now play. Feel as soon as you strike, every ounce of body releases, but you sit on the string. That's it. It is really hard to get this opening into that. It's one of the hardest openings.
I know.
It's that first shift, right? So this is why I was talking about we need to get a consistent hand frame, right? So here, now I'm just going to show you one exercise because this is also work. Put your bottom down like this. Or just shake your hand. Go like this. Shake your arm. Shake your, and then just rest. There you go. Do it again. And just rest. There you go. Do you see how this is released?
Yes.
So do you see how your fingers are like this? A little
Yeah.
curved? Okay. Now lift your fingers up and down. There you go. Now put your wrist out. Now try to lift it harder.
Yeah, it is.
But here, it's a little easier. So essentially what you want to try to develop is how your fingers just like your hand goes up like this and you're always like this. So the best way for this to happen, so you want like this to be the same and this to be the same. See how nothing changes when I do this, right?
Yeah. Hamstring never like.
Yeah, nothing. It's always just like here. So what helps me a lot is there's a relationship between my fingertip and my elbow. So here, look, when I put my fingers down, see in a subtle way, do you see how my elbow moves a little bit? Because if it doesn't, I don't like it. So here, just do this for me. And play an octave. So feel there's like a laser beam from the fingertip to the elbow. Yes, exactly. And always light fingers. And now that's it. That's the exercise actually. So I do this. And I just slide out. And see it's all the same. That's nice. And then that's it. And I always slide between so that there's a connection. Yep. And when I do the octave, I make sure that this guy is loose. So I do little things like this. Make sure there's not squeezing anything. That's it. Feels good, right? That's it. And then I like this hand frame. Now go straight up. Yeah, straight up. Good. That's it. Now same position. Now at the bend we're in G major, so do or E minor, so play F sharp. Yep. That's it. That's it. Now next one. So fingertip and elbow.
This is still have to move a
Yes,
little.
always a little
Yes,
bit.
always.
So it's just that, well, you just find it like, so it's balanced. Because if not, you don't quite make it yet. The whole point, I
So
feel
you
like
reach.
my elbow gives my fingers power. right?
Yeah.
So then there's like your balance. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Like that for me? Okay. So don't go away from the instrument. Just stay right there. Yeah. That's it. We'll just do one more. That's it. So basically what you want your hand to look the same in first position and seventh position, right? And then look at yourself in the mirror. You see that hand frame? So it's like your fingertips always kind of like facing you.
Yes.
That's it. Now play seventh position. You have to look at that's it. Look yourself in the mirror. Now play the octave. And always like loose and comfortable. That's it. Now we do the same thing coming down. You do one, then I do exactly.
Good.
And it's always my elbow. Look, it's my elbow. So seventh position. Then it's my elbow. Elbow. See how my hand frame never changes? And then all the way down. Now on top of that, you're gonna say first position, F sharp G A B. Second position, G A B C, etc. Sixth position, D E F sharp G, right? So today you do it on the A and E string. Tomorrow, A and D string. Then the third day, D and G string. Make sense? All the way up, right?
Yes.
And always tell yourself what position, what moves you're going to do before you play. So when I see you in like 3 days, I'll like, how are you? You're like, good. I said, how's the sound exercise going? Great. And then I say, third finger, sixth position, E string. And you're of course going to say F. And if I say like, you know, third finger, sixth position, E string, you're going to say F. If I say second finger, or you know, if you're in G major, then I'm not sure. Or if second finger, fifth position, A string, of course G. That's it. You know, so you just know your fingerboard that well.
Yeah.
So then when I'm shifting, this is fourth position. This is where I'm going. Does it make sense?
Yes.
So my whole hand frame goes. Then here, this is kind of a stretch. So does it make sense? So let's practice the first shift. The hardest thing about shift is just getting there, right? So find the forefinger. Just do this. That's it. Is it comfortable?
Yeah.
So now put the forefinger down. So remember how that now vibrates. I know you balance. Is that comfortable? Now put your hand down. Put your hand down and put it right there. So you have to remember where it's touching because it's listening but muscle memory.
Yeah, it's
Put
both
down.
things
Yeah.
working.
Put your hand down. Go up there again. That's it. Go down. Go up. Now play. That's it. Now I'm going to show you my process for every shift, which will just make it reliable. It takes a little time, but then after a while, you are like never scared of any shift. Because sometimes I feel like you're a little scared of your shifts and your bow is funny, right? So this is my process. You're going from first finger to fourth, right? So the first thing I do is I just find where I'm going, fourth position.
Yeah.
Then first I just do this. And I do it so slow that I can hear every note in between, because then I know I'm not squeezing. Because if I'm squeezing, I can't do that. But if I'm loose, as slow as I can. Does that make sense? And do you see how my whole hand is going together? Okay, so do that a few times. And two hands have to move together. Up and down. That's it. Remember, the bow needs to be perfect always.
Yeah.
Resting and then moving. Flowy bow. Make sure it's always into fourth position, straight up. That's it. Good. Now the next thing I do, and since you're recording this, you'll remember, then I practice the new finger, which is 4, in the old position. So I do this. Do that for me. So 1, 1. Exactly. So the whole hand goes up. That's right. Good. And I do that 4 times. Then I do something kind of crazy. Then I just do the 4. Do this for me a few times. fast, and I like to do fast and cannot hold on to it. And bow slowly. That's it. Don't leave your thumb behind. That's it. All the whole hand is put together. Good. Now do two of them. Yeah, fast. So as your hand is doing this. That's the idea.
And still keeping the hand frame.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And actually the great thing, you can only do it by keeping the hand frame. Now, do that for me. That's it. Okay.
Yeah.
And now here, because you do 4/4, you also have to organize your left hand. When I'm practicing, so here, fourth position, then basically you're gonna just do this, right? So just. So do that for me. Always smooth. That's it. Good. Then I just do this. Good position. And where's your hand frame and where's your fingers and elbow? Good. Smooth and bow to be perfect. Rest of the string. Bow with bow. That's it. Now just do the exact. Good. Now here. So I shift with my first finger. That's it. I'll play that open again 3 times. No, I'm attacking from all directions. Remember, beautiful sound. Fingers just still. Everything from here. Sit on the string. That's it. That's better. Remember, the only thing that was funny is that you jumped. Remember? Just a half step shift.
Yeah.
And then because you also want to organize your hand. That's it. Now you hear it. You heard
Yeah.
it. So make sure that nothing changes. Your fingers just going straight up and down. Because nothing can be beautiful if it's out of tune. And like too often the time, like sort of in between notes are like almost in tune. Like. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, last time. Now you go. Sit on the string, no pressure. Sit on the string. You're pulling it too much. Just rest here. Just rest here. Lose my arm. That's better.
Yeah. Almost.
Yeah, but that's right. Now you hear it. Okay. Now I want to do one thing because we're almost out of time. I want to practice these runs. Now these triplets here, because they're so fast, in order for you to sound more in tune when you play fast, this is just an acoustical fact. Our half steps, like this is a half step, they have to be closer when you play fast. They have to be closer when you play fast than when you play slow for some reason. So if I'm, and like it's the same principle as like if I'm trilling. So if I'm doing this, if I do this slowly, it's okay. But if I trill,
Sounds high.
sounds flat, yeah. So when I play it, when I trill, see how high that is? But when I trill, it's okay. No, it's a scale. If I do an E major scale, it's okay. But when I play fast, see how flat it is? So when I play fast, I actually have to do this. So high, right? So high. So when I play fast. Look, I'm missing all of them high. So when I practice things like this, you know, the perfect 4/5 intervals have to be perfect. 4s, 5s, and octaves.
Yes.
But then the seconds and 7s have to be closer. High D sharp. Now the thing is, the high F sharp cannot affect the G. Just F sharp has to be high. So when you play fast, so it sparkles. Now let's do one other thing. Play the separables. What I want you to do is I want you to vibrate. Of course you don't vibrate when you play fast. But I want you to practice it vibrating because then your fingers are so elastic and energized. Do that. Now also do like the singing release here.
Yeah, okay. Thought some things to take on.
Tackle. That's it. Now do a little bit faster, and I like that. So I call it singing release. So you're gonna make a singing release in both hands. Make sense?
Yeah.
So there's like bells. Dee da dee da da dee. Soft fingers, powerful arm. Sit on the string. That's it. Now a little faster that way. A little faster that way. Now did you notice how this one is low? Now can you play the tempo that way? Da da dee da dee da 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 separate balls. Dee da da dee da da da.
Vibrating?
Yeah, or just like or just separate balls. Do it a couple times. That's it. Now do you hear it's a look?
Yeah.
So it means that you're staying into the string. But so, and I love practicing slurred notes separate because the only way I can coordinate with my right hand is if my left hand is really even. Now this is going to be easier. So do one more time, separate both. That's it. So the only one, do you notice this one's still out of tune? So practice from here. That's it. That's it. Okay, good. Now, another thing which is both going to help your sound and your intonation, you see these accents? Highlight the melody. So I speak those. Then I come out of the string. Because right now, then it's like stiff sounding.
Yeah.
So I just like, I trigger the sound with the accent. Does that make sense? And then I release. So I don't, after I play the accent, I like this, soft fingers.
Okay, so you just speak with your index finger
Yeah,
on
so
the
just soft
accent.
fingers, exactly. And then I don't squeeze. Try that. That is it. That's it. It's the only one, the last one. Now, play it as written. Now make your left hand feel like that. Make everything feel like that, but you do the slurring. Better.
Whoa, that's
So much
big
better,
difference.
right? And the thing is, when my left hand is alive, my bow is just better. If my left hand is not alive, I get the sound,
Yeah.
right? So the only place that is not working still, so I would just practice that. Okay, does this all make sense?
Yes.
Okay, remember the bow thing? Rest, move, heels, speak, right?
Yes.
And remember the little sound. So you're gonna rest your bow like many times a day, and you're gonna feel like you're not holding on to anything. The little sound exercise that we had, that you just do first little bow, the both hands release, and you're close to the fingers, to the bridge, right? Powerful arms, soft fingers. Powerful arms, soft fingers. Then you're gonna do 4 notes, right? Use your ears. Make sure it starts with the resonance, ends with the resonance. Then in the middle to the tip. See, I don't lose the contact, but I'm not squeezing. Then you do that with your scales, right? All the way up. Then you do that middle to tip. Then you do 8 notes, right? And then remember this is the perfect hand frame.
Yeah.
So you're gonna do that octave exercise today on the E and A string, tomorrow on the A and D string, third day D and G string, right? And then while you're doing it, you're also gonna be telling yourself what the notes are and what position. So when I see you next time, I'll say, no, second finger, fourth position, D string. And you're gonna say, yes, exactly, good. So you'll get that very quickly. It just makes everything easier.
Yeah.
Every time I shift, no matter how small the shift is, I always think about what position I'm going to. So
Yeah.
first I find the note I'm going to, and then remember you're gonna like how we did the grace notes, so you're not like squeezing at all. Okay, make sense?
Okay, so when you're thinking about intonation
Yeah.
and muscle memory, it all works.
Yes, I think so. Remember when you did fast, half per second be close together.
Yeah.
Powerful arms, soft fingers. I think that's the most important thing.
Okay.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
It's only